Boom, May Commander's coffee. I had an event or kind of a issue happen with my daughter the other night that turned into what was not fun and then turned into an amazing teaching point that I thought was well worth a Commander's coffee. One of my daughters has become an athlete. She's new. I mean, she's been an athlete her whole life, but hasn't really played team sports. She's playing team sports. This is a world I know well. I grew up playing nothing but team sports, basically. I thrived in that environment, got to play at an elite level. So I feel like I've got a ton to offer. Everyone that has a kid knows that's not what they want from you. They want support and, that good stuff. And every once in a while, you get to drop a couple tidbits in to help them. She came out of a practice the other day at a new club. So she's with a spot. So she's already intimidated, already a little bit nervous and kind of hesitant about doing it. And she came out. I asked her how it went. I could tell she was upset. And the thing she described what she was upset about is something we have talked about multiple times. I've kind of given her the playbook on how I think that should work and how she should address it and things like that. And all she needed from me in that moment was just to listen, to be a landing spot, and to be there for her. If someone had written a script, and I remember that because it'll be the end of the coffee, if somebody had written for me a script on how to do it the wrong way, I still did it better than if you wrote it for me. I mean, I could not have screwed it up worse. I got mad. She got mad. We're mad at each other. I'm upset to the point that I'm ready to detonate, in the car. I mean, it could not have been worse. By the time I got home, I'd kind of apologized for the fact that I was upset, but it wasn't right. It wasn't settled. My nervous system was off. I mean, I was beside myself upset. Of course, as a dad of a daughter, you're like, well, there you go. Good job. All the work you've done down the drain, she'll probably be, exotic dancing and doing heroin within a fortnight. Well done. You've derailed her life. Of course, that's not the case, and of course, it's not how it'd go, but I went to the wisest counsel I know, and I mean that quite sincerely. My bride is wise in relational and emotional knowledge as anyone I've ever met. It really is something else. And so I asked her about this, and of course, she's a perfect person on top of being wise about that stuff. She knows both the parties involved, and she said, well, one, it's probably not bad as you thought, but I wouldn't give you a full pass. You definitely made some mistakes there. But I hope this will resonate as her talking to me. As a writer, you love to write. I kind of think of, this is her speak, I kind of think of every relationship, every moment, every interaction in our entire kind of life as a script or chapters of a book that we're writing. I said, that sounds good. And she said, and she also knows like light and dark, good and evil, life and death type stuff will have an impact on me. She said, so until you're dead, you're not done writing. And then she said, so don't let that chapter end. Finish that chapter better than you've written it, which was like unbelievable off the charts advice. I compose myself. I kind of take a breath. I go down, have this amazing conversation with my daughter. We right a bunch of wrongs within there. Big hug. She's ready to move on. I mean, of course, now she'll probably be a 4-time All-American or Olympian and most likely win a Pulitzer. But jokes aside, I want two things to be taken away from this Commander's Coffee. One, it's probably not as bad as you think. You make a mistake, we all make mistakes. Most likely, it's not as bad as you think it is. More importantly, because it's the one you can actively take action on and do is, if you've got a heartbeat in your chest and air in your lungs, whatever the situation is, if you don't like it, keep writing. Ever onward.